positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue, like let you stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping, hell this place is popping. Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing, transferring news is what you're after. A perfect match, shot to like, shot to that. Perfect match, the perfect match, the perfect match. Just got to like, shot to that. Perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has a blue. Like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and trans. The perfect match, the perfect match. Just got to like, shot to that. Perfect match, the perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to like, shot to that. Perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue, and let you stop rubbing. Or she's always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue, like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is...
Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. Hope you're all well. It's not Thursday. It's Friday, the 8th of the 8th. The day after the night before, when Tottenham got beaten 4-0 by Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. And since then, so many people have gone into meltdown. It's quite comical. I'm joined, as always, by Jimbo. Jimbo, how are you doing?
That's my volume. Is my volume all right?
Yes, darling, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. 4-0. I thought we won 4-0. Was I watching a different game?
Oh, dear. Honestly, it was only a pre-season friendly, people. Let's just calm down.
I thought we won.
Huh?
I thought we won.
Oh dear. But we will go through all that shortly. Let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Marianne, who said, big up Kate and Jimbo, just in to say hello. Have to leave in a minute. We'll watch the show later today. Big up Marianne, hope you are well. Benji's in the house saying, afternoon everyone. I've just set up a redirect for you, Ben. We come on at 1 because it's only going to do an hour show, so I've set up a redirect to you. Big up Hotspur State of Mind, good to see you. Shemtan's here, said, hey Princess Kate, said Jimbo, hope you're both well. That was humbling yesterday. And next PSG, yes, they don't get any easier, these games. Good afternoon to Design to Win. Good afternoon to Paige as well. And Ben Bryan is in the house as well. Hope everyone's doing good. Simon Hill says, Frank out, laugh out loud. How ridiculous these comments have been on other shows. I think what you're finding is the people that wanted Ange in are now using that as a stick to beat Thomas Frank with and saying Frank out. But we've got to remember this guy has not had a chance to play one competitive game as yet. Number two, he's not exactly been backed. He's just lost our creative midfielder. We've already got out of Madison. And number three, he needs to get time. Ange had 2 years. So let's just see what happens. What are we doing here, Jimbo?
What are we doing here? It's just lost Madison. Give him a chance to find someone and bring him in. Bloody hell, he's only just gone out just a few days ago.
Exactly.
He has been backed, right? They've brought in 2 quality players. Right?
But we need more.
So far, yeah, and they will bring in more. Let's take a bit of a chill pill here. I mean, everybody's acting like the season started and we've got what we've got. You know, there's more to it than that. He needs to see the players in the pre-season and make his mind up, who he wants, who he doesn't want, who's capable, who's not capable. I'm sure they've got people lined up, Kate. It's just let's not have meltdowns here over one game. We didn't lose a pre-season game till yesterday, and we just played the I think semi-finals. Did they get to in the Champions League?
Yeah, and they won the German league
by 13 points. Did they win a German Cup as well? They normally do. They're a top team, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're established. They're an established team. Been together for a while now. He's had a couple of seasons with them, and he's his second season now. Company, and we're just a bit of a mishmash at the minute with the injuries. So it's like the pre-season is about sorting everything out, and there's plenty of time.
How dare you be so reasonable, Jimbo? Start throwing things. Benny says we definitely need some players in now.
Yeah.
Was like watching tennis. We have no one that can hold on to the ball in the final third. Warren J, big up to you. Says good afternoon to folks all over the world from Williamsburg, Virginia. Wow, excellent. Good to see you, my lovely. Steve D says my favourite snack, as he compares us to cheese on toast earlier on the community page. And big up Drew La La says afternoon, beautiful Kate, lovely Jimbo, and a wonderful chat.
Yeah, that's where the problem is, Kate. In the final third, massively. I said to you after the game tonight, I said we just haven't got anyone who can put it in the net. You know, Richie tried, didn't do too well though. But look, they're a good team. They've got a solid defence. They started with near enough their best team. We need some more in the forward line, and definitely need the number 10. So let's see what happens over the next week or so.
I thought Romero set the tone with Harry Kane that, hey, we're not friends anymore, when he went in quite hard on him, which I like to see. Obviously, the first goal was Kane's and he was a yard offside, but there was no VAR. I mean, how the linesman didn't see that, I don't know. But
if you look, he was way in front of play.
I don't think it would have made any difference to the scoreline. It's right from the off. You could see the difference in class, but yeah, look, as Ben says, in positives, because there was some, Kudus is very good. Some of the passing was nice, but the main problem is a massive lack of creativity. And look, I think that's the biggest take from that is there's a huge gap now in midfield where we need a creative player. I think it would be gross neglect if Tottenham failed to bring in a number 10 very, very soon.
Okay, we're just people on YouTube, right, and people in the chat and other content creators. We're just all YouTubers and people who enjoy YouTube, and we can see what we need, right? So Thomas Frank, who's a top manager, top coach, and the people in the behind the scenes at Tottenham, right? These are meant to be professionals. If we can see it, they can see it. So
yeah. Saar in 10, Bergvale in a 10. Not to blow my own trumpet, but as I said to you, Jimbo, yesterday on the pump up, it ain't going to work, and it didn't work.
Well, I think they're too lightweight.
Yeah, and Bergvale's not ready to be our number 10 yet, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I think he's a very good prospect for the future, but he's not strong enough to be our number 10. And Saar, it's not his position. I think we had 7 shots on target, with 7 shots in total with 3 on target. It's not enough. It's just not enough. Ben's saying Grealish would be a smart loan. English carries the ball and wins fouls that get us up the pitch. So many people are against the signing of Grealish. He wouldn't be my first choice. However, I think at this moment in time, he would slot right into where we need. And he's won everything. So he'd bring a bit of winning mentality into the squad. And I think we might have to just blow the wage structure out the window and pay the wages, because Everton can't afford the wages.
I mean, I think this is now I'm thinking logical. If Man City want him gone, right? They don't want him there, and Tottenham want him. I mean, Man City, they don't do a loan fee and we pay his wages. Just let him come to us on loan for nothing, right? And then we'll pay his wages, and then that because they normally pay a loan fee, don't they? Yeah, and that makes a difference. So there must be some way they can work it out. I mean, there's more chance of him coming to us than Everton, because there's more chance that we'll pay more money than Everton.
Big up Mark Shelton says, had to leave Sava school in box office. We was watching that before we came on. I have to say I was wetting my pants. It was funny. All Jim kept saying was, I've just got no idea what he's talking about. I've just got no idea what the conversation's about.
I kind of had a bit of a headache when I turned it off. I was just totally lost, but let's not talk about him.
Big up to Yogi Bear says, I blame Poch. Steve D says, I agree there were positives. Bayern Munich are elite and are building on a first season of success under company. Yeah, they're an absolutely incredible side, from the goalkeeper to the striker. They're just an incredible side. When the team came out yesterday and we talked about it on the pump up, you don't look at it and go, well, they've got a weak link there. They're just an all-round brilliant team. And we're at the start of another project. We've just lost our creative midfielder. You know, people have got to put things in perspective. It's not the end of the world. You know, we've got PSG next. Do I think we'll win? No. Do I think we'll get humiliated? Most probably. But at the end of the day, people are going to need to give this guy some time. He needs time and he needs investment. I don't think this is the answer, unfortunately, Nikos. At Dele Alli, at least that's some type of 10. I'd prefer Isco, though. I mean, I wish Dele Alli nothing but the best, but I don't want him back at the club. Don't get me wrong. Woman J says, my biggest disappointment was Richie missing that free header at 2-0. Yeah. A bigger disappointment than the final scoreline. Proof once again that Richie is not that guy. You know, he gets himself about, he wins fouls, but when he's in front of goal, he's just not clinical enough, is he, Jimbo? Come on, be fair.
No, I don't want. I feel
I'm not slagging him off. I'm just making a point.
Sorry for him because he's been injury after injury and he's not got a settled chance. But look, when he does get a chance, I mean, he does score goals for us, but he's not the answer, is he? He's just not the answer. He's not the man, is he? We need to do something with his front line if we want to push on.
Excuse me. Benny says, or sell them to us on a lower fee and we can subsidise the wages in a bonus. Good thinking, Batman. Good thinking.
Yeah, there is ways to work it out. I mean, if they get their heads together, as if he wants to come to us, which I think he would.
Yeah.
Right? I think he would. But yeah, I'm sure they can fresh something out.
Drew Lala says, honestly, I'm glad we lost yesterday, exposed our flaws, and fingers crossed Levy and the recruitment team see what we need moving forward. There is that argument. If we'd have gone out and nicked a draw or nicked a win by some crazy turn of fortune, Levy could sit back and go, well, look, we're fine. Look, we can beat Bayern Munich or get a draw. Whereas now you could clear...
Do you think they really think like that?
I don't know, but you could see yesterday it was men versus boys. The golfing class was huge. So Levy needs to think, or the recruitment team, or Vinay, whoever the bloody hell's doing the transfers, needs to act fast and get some players in. Solanke and Richie are both bang average and now injury prone. Time for a better striker. I agree, Ben. I think Solanke is going to be better this year, but I still want another striker who is a clinical finisher in front of goal. I still am hoping we go for Johan Wissa, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But there's so many players available. If you watch Spurs Talk Show with Sean, every day he's talking about these players that are available to us. You know, we've got to pick of a very large bunch, and yet we seem to be doing absolutely nothing. Brad says, Bayern look like they were so fresh as if they're midway through the season, whereas we look like a new team just starting, but I suppose we are really. I think there's an element of jet lag possibly in there as well. You know, we've just come back from our tour of Asia. So there could have been a bit of jet lag involved. We did look tired, but I think Paulinho, for instance, he needs a few games before he's going to be match fit. You could see he hasn't played for a while. I think he's going to be good for us, but I don't think he's ready yet. He's going to take a few games for him to build his fitness up. But I just think the whole meltdown has just been absolutely bonkers.
What about that save Vicario done?
Yeah, Vicario. See, he did well.
What a save that was.
Even though we lost 4-0, he did an unbelievable save.
Oh, that save was off the planet, wasn't it?
And to be fair to Big Vic, a couple of them goals, there ain't no keeper in the world going to save a couple of them goals. They were incredible goals. Stevie says, I think we'll see a different lineup and approach against PSG. That's the beauty of Thomas Frank. He will adapt, and it's a meaningful game for a trophy. We won't get humiliated. Well, I hope you're right, Steve. We need to sell Richie quick because every time he plays, the price goes down. Daniel, big up to you. Daniel, hope you're well. Winkle says Dibbling guaranteed. I don't think we'll get Dibbling. I think that's all died off a bit now. Henry says, come on, you Spurs. Mark says, must have signings lined up with all our youngsters going out on loan. Hate the ENIC programme, unfortunately. Last 24 hours in the window will be madness, blunder or disappointment. People have been judging Palini out on 45 minutes in his first game as a joke. People called me negative, but this takes the cake. How on earth can you judge him? He hasn't played really for a year. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he didn't look great. But you could see he's not match fit. I mean, this fan base, Jimbo, is so reactionary. I've never known anything like it. No, I know it's not just ours.
All fan bases are the same. You've got the people that overreact and the people that like got a bit more sensible, and then you've got the people that just doom and gloom. But look, you can't judge Frank on 5 pre-season games, right? You get hyped up with the wins, like beating Arsenal. People get hyped up, but that's what it's all about. It's about getting hyped up when you get a good win against your rival. You know, we lost yesterday. It's but it's normal to be disappointed to lose 4-0 even against a team like Bayern. But look, we've got to take everything in perspective. You know, and he's only been here a few weeks. Still working with the players. It's going to take a little bit of time. Get some more players in, let him work with them. We'll see where we are. The beginning of the season might not be great. You know, I expect us to beat Burnley, but we might not have a great beginning of the season. But everyone's got to stay calm and let him crack on with his job. One thing you'll get with Frank, he'll learn from every match, win or lose, right? Yeah. And he will adapt where he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, all this talk of Frank out before he's even played a competitive match is absolutely bloody ridiculous. I mean, I can't cope. I actually can't cope with anyone saying that. I'm sorry.
It makes me smile.
I mean, I get it. Everyone's got the right to an opinion, but if that's your opinion, then you need to give your head a big fat wobble because that is bonkers. This is concerning. Solanke. I know Thomas Frank said he may be able to start against Bayern. I'm not convinced he's going to start against PSG. I think this is more serious than they're letting on, Jimbo. I don't know what you think.
No, it's not, Kate. No? He was in the gym working. No, Frank said that he's hoping he's going to be ready for Bayern. If he's not, and then he might slowly bring him on in the, play half against Burnley. No, he'll be all right. I think if it was something serious, I don't think Frank would come out and lie.
I hope so. Because we need him back. I mean, he's not the greatest striker in the world, but he's better than bloody Richie. Team had Super Cup on their mind, says Robert Walters. Another trophy. The pre-season travelling is madness. Yep, I agree. Anything for a few quid, though. Spot on, Jimbo.
Sorry, go on. No, I just think it's a bit much. You're doing the Hong Kong and then you do Korea, then straight back, only back a few days, and you're playing Bayern. And then we got the Super Cup, and then 3 days later we start the season. It's like they don't get really much of a break, do they?
No, not at all.
I think I would prefer if they at their break, come back, done their training, and done some matches locally. Let him work with them at the Tottenham Stadium. And
I think they were always going to go to Korea because it was Sonny's last hurrah, if you like. But I think when he come back, I like to say hurrah. I think when he come back, they should have just skipped Bayern altogether and give him a nice couple of weeks before they played the Super Cup.
Yeah, so we never lost 4-0 because we never played them, really.
Yeah, exactly. Steve said, spot on, Jim. Judging Frank on 5 pre-season games is daft. Take the 2 bonkers games in 1 day away. We look decent against Arsenal and Newcastle, which are the important games.
Yeah.
I'll call it out, says Daniel. I don't give a shit what is not normal. what is not normal is having fans laughing at a manager because he lost one pre-season game because their Messiah Ange has gone, waiting for us to lose. Yep, I hear you. I don't want to know who you're referring to. I don't care, but I agree with you. I never laugh if we lose ever. And as I said, the Ange lovers will use any loss now to beat Thomas Frank with a stick with. But at the end of the day, he's our manager.
I don't let it bother me. I don't really care what they say. You know, I support Spurs. I'm backing Frank. So I just concentrate on them. The outside noise don't matter to me. While people are laughing and taking the pee, and ain't going to get him the sack. So, you know, he'll get himself the sack if he don't do well. If he does well, then he'll be here for a while.
Warren says, if you'd have offered me a win against Arsenal and a tanking from Bayern, I'd have taken it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wrong.
Big up, Jesse. Good to see you. Hope you're well, my love. Yogi says the problem's injuries and we will carry lack of fitness into the Prem. So that is the issue. Nothing to do with managers or anything. Yeah, I agree. Brad says, do you laugh at how bad Johnson is at backtracking? But to give him credit, he ran after a guy last night and actually tackled the ball off him. Savile was shouting, who did that tackle? And it was Johnson. Do you know what? I've got to be honest, I didn't even notice him do that.
Yeah, I said to you, Kate, he was getting a bit stuck in. When you said to me he ain't doing it all, I said, well, he's getting stuck in tackling. But look, the big thing will be when we start the season, right? But I don't think for a minute that Frank's going to take any nonsense if they don't do their job. They won't get in the team. I'm sure of that.
Big up to Sava for redirecting over to us here. Our meager little channel as Sava climbs over 20,000 now, and we're on the march for 2,150. So any little help, Sava. So thank you very much indeed for sending us over. We haven't got box office here, but we have got Jim. I'm not sure what I'd call him. Silly bollocks, maybe. But anyway.
The pain in my chest.
He does talk nonsense. So I would imagine against PSG, Jimbo, that starting lineup will probably be the starting lineup, except I don't expect to see Sarr in the 10. I think Bergvall will be in the 10. I don't think he's got much choice than to play that. Oh, and I think you might lose. We might not start Johnson. I've got a feeling he'll start Odegaard.
Do you want my opinion, even though I talk nonsense?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Odegaard will be in. Maybe Solanke. He might have been saving Solanke for that one. Might start him or maybe bring him on a bit later. But yeah, he saw Johnson do some tackles. Essentially, he was getting stuck in. But it depends. I mean, I haven't got a clue when these injuries are back. Have you got any idea? Kulu, are you Doggy?
Kulu, they're saying next month.
Right.
Doggy, I'm not sure, but I'm not. I mean, I think Spence is filling Doggy's shoes very well at the minute. Yeah. Obviously, Madders is going to be out for the season. Big up Del Boy. Big up against Sava for sending him over. What was your thoughts on Odegaard last night, Jimbo?
Yeah, I think that I think that he's going to be all right. It's hard to tell in them games because we got overrun.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to tell because they're defending most of the time. But yeah, he did all right. I don't think no one was exceptional. I mean, if I had to pick a standout player, it'd probably be Kudos. But and Vic, you know, he let in 4 goals, but it could have been a lot worse. But I don't think really anyone was outstanding. They did look a bit slow and sluggish. You know,
I think Odegaard is showing glimpses of improvement, definitely in pre-season. I still think I'm not quite sure he's up to the level that I would like, but
look, all we can hope for, we need players. We know that. We know where we need the players. Everybody in the chat knows where we need the players. So let's hope that Levy and the board and Frank, you know, will get them in, because if we know, they know. And if you know, when the season starts, if we haven't got all the players we want, I just hope that these young ones come on leaps and bounds. That's all we can do.
I'm just looking now about Kulusevski. The debt was further reduced solo last season. He's set to miss the first month of the upcoming season, which should mean the versatile winger should return in September, all being well. Yeah. No, it's been updated today that it's September. I did read that and I've heard it as well. Big up, Malware. Good to see you. Steve says, I like Odebear. He's one I'm fairly confident of coming good. SJ, according to the Mirror today, it's September. And I'm sure on one of the Spurs pages on their website, they'd updated it till September. Big up, Sava. Thank you for the raid. Says it will take him ages to get back full fitness and match sharpness. Yeah, this is the thing. Can't rush him back because it could do more damage than good.
Yeah.
This is why we need to get a number 10 in. I mean, I don't think. What are we on Friday? There's 99% sure we're not going to get one in before the PSG game. So, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what the recruitment team are doing. It's very frustrating not knowing what's going on. And I mean, the only latest rumor that I've seen is the door's going. The only rumor I've seen of late is Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. That's the only thing I've seen. Nothing about a number 10 at all, really. But yeah, he did. He gave Vic a big cuddle, didn't he? Well, it was a good save. Archer says Odebear looked quite lively when he came on yesterday. Him and Kudus were the only ones providing an outball. I think Kudus, he deserves better already because he's trying to do it all. He needs that number 10 to link up play. But I've got high hopes for this guy. I think he's going to be an absolute superstar for us. Have to buy a 10, 11 and a 9, says Sava. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there, Sava, to be fair. I believe he needs to get his hands in his pockets. Your chairman, Shawnee, needs to get his hands in his pockets. With that team we had out, we were up against one of the best teams in world football. The score was irrelevant. It's more about getting fitness in the legs and to highlight what we need to try and compete. Yeah, 100%. Hello, darling. Sorry, my dog's just come up. Hello. Come say hello to mummy. No to Jackson. Ben, I don't think he's of the level I'd want, but he's better than Richarlison. I will say that, in my opinion. Big up Angus says, hope yous are well. Getting pissed with no signings in. Yeah, we have 7 in, but we need 2 more. I just want us to go and just drop 70 million and just go and get bloody Eze. Pay him more than Arsenal are going to pay him. Sorry, Fiona, it's our doorbell in stereo there. Big up LFC, Scrapbook. Good to see you, my love. Jackson, Dele Alli on a free and Grealish on loan. Look, I think Dele Alli, we don't need a player coming in with all the issues that he's got. It's too much of a risk. You know, I loved the guy when he played for us, but times have moved on since then, and I don't think it's good to go back. Who was that, Jimbo?
It was a parcel for you. But you know, I heard you say about Jackson, right? Look,
Yeah.
They've got to start buying. If they're gonna want to make us into a team that wins the Premiership or wins the Champions League, like Levy was saying, they need to buy top players. You know, not go and buy players that are just a bit better than what we've got. We don't want that. We need top players bought in. You know, so they need to. He needs to back what he said. You know, if they want us to do things and win more trophies, it should have given them a taste winning that European Cup. You know, they need to go out and they need to buy top quality players, not just something that's just above what we got. It's no good.
That was Bonnie. Saba, you've got Stanley. Not that I'm suggesting that you've forgotten who your dog is, but that was Bonnie who just come up to see me. I'd rather have Steve D's Christmas tree up front than Jackson. Yeah, he's not proving to be a very popular choice with the chat, and look, I hear it.
It never comes to us, never, in a million years.
I'd take Harvey Elliott, but he's been linked with was it Sporting or Leipzig? He's been linked somewhere else. So again, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm better than Richie and I'm old and fat and got 2 left feet. That's what Jim always says. He always goes, I'm an old and fat bastard. I still do better than him. Big up to you, Luton Dan. Hope you're well. Much love. Big up Jack Spurs as well. We're good, thank you. So yeah, look, that's what concerns me most, Jimbo. When you look at rumours, I mean, you watched Transfer Centre this morning. From what I saw of it, the only link was to Jackson. Have you seen anything?
No, they talked about Eze, but they didn't talk about him as if we're going to buy him. They said that we should go out and get him. And they mentioned Jackson. Jackson's not. Everyone can forget that. He's not coming to us. Chelsea to Tottenham, which is not happening, is it? So I've been around football long enough to know that ain't happening. Who was the last person we bought off of Chelsea?
Kudachini, wasn't it? Their goalkeeper. Was there one since then? I don't think there's been one since then.
Do you know what? I didn't forget that one.
I don't even know if we bought him or if he was on loan. I can't remember.
Yeah, it don't happen, does it? So yeah, Gallas, yeah.
Didn't we get him off Arsenal?
No, Chelsea. I think he went from Arsenal to Chelsea. Chelsea to us.
Okay. But yeah, it's not a club that we normally do business with.
No.
Then again, West Ham's not a club we normally do business with, but we've got Kudus. You know,
Yeah, but
at the end of the day,
it's not fractured like it is with Chelsea, is it? Just don't
no.
happen.
I think let's be fair as well. I don't think we'll be doing business with Nottingham Forest anytime soon either. Now, I think that relationship's dead.
It's drummed into them to hate us.
Yeah,
you know, it's part of their training.
Yeah, I hear you. Norm says he would provide similar things to Maddison Elliott. He does need games to find his rhythm. He has been better coming off the bench. But in the know, Drula, and she is at ITK, has said that she's heard that Liverpool don't want to sell Elliott to a Premier League club. And I trust our ITK. No, Chelsea to Arsenal, then to Tottenham, Gallas was.
Right.
I thought so. I think it's Kudachini. Yep, I've seen these rumours about Delhi. Look, I just hope wherever he goes, he sorts himself out and gets his career back on track. You know, this guy had an unbelievable talent when he played for us. And it's such a shame. They get too young, and I think they get wrapped around the wrong people. And, you know, there needs to be more care taken for these players, in my opinion. Luton Dan says, can't believe Levy's letting Frank start the season with so little signings. We can't string 4 passes together or keep the ball. Defending in 80% of a game will always concede goals. I'm gutted. Dan,
we haven't started the season yet, Dan.
Yeah, hopefully there is still time, she says, even though it's like a week tomorrow that the season starts. I've got a feeling it's going to be the last couple of weeks of the window where things happen, which I hate, but it seems to be the Tottenham way. Zabani to PSG from Bournemouth 63. Yeah. I fear for Bournemouth. They have been ransacked. I really fear for them. Good morning, Nick. Hope you're well, my love. Don't be concerned. They're the best German team. They're one of the best teams in European football. You know, I think we need to put it in perspective. We've got players that have just got injured, like Maddison. You've got Paulinho, who's just come back, still hasn't got full match fitness. Look, I think we need to just calm down and don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. We're going to finish higher than 17th this year. I promise you that. Emmanuel Nakanyada. I hope I said that right. I'm very impressed. Welcome to you. Didn't say hello to me, but said hello to you, Jimbo. So big up to you anyway. Thank you very much to Peter Kagais, who's become a new member. Thank you very much for the support. Yeah, that's what I knew. Elliot was linked with someone. Leipzig. Yep. Tottenham have already had a 30-minute blah, 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 blah. Tottenham have already had a £35 million bid rejected for Como starlet Nico Paz, apparently news from Sport Italia. Yeah, I've heard a lot about him. Oh, Peter, you absolute legend. He's also gifted 5 memberships. Very, very kind of you, Peter. Thank you very much indeed. Let's have a look at who they went to. And the lucky recipients of those memberships are, if I can get it open on my phone. No, it's not opening on my phone for some stupid reason. Can anyone let me know who got the memberships?
Nick.
Let me try again on my phone. Does this sometimes? Oh, right, I've got it. So the lucky 5 recipients of the memberships were Lord Rodney Trotter, Key Bake, Bobby Spurs, Guy Thompson, and Charlie Beedker. So Peter, thank you so much for your amazing generosity. Very much appreciated. We will be doing a members call-in show after the season starts. But yeah, as Nick says, a week today, Liverpool, Bournemouth. Bournemouth, Ben says they go down. I do really feel for them. So
Yeah,
many
week
of them.
today the season starts, is it?
Yeah, Friday.
When we play Saturday.
Saturday at 3. Even back then, Chelsea were giving Woolwich their sloppy seconds. Yeah. I think we will get this out on deadline day. Oh, I hope we get him. I like him very much. Dan says, against Newcastle, we were just defending. Against Bayern, it was even worse. Without quality up top and in midfield, we can't hold the ball up. No team will sell players once season has started. They do, though, Dan. They do every year.
Yeah, we need attacking options so badly. But now Madison's out, it's made it even a bit more difficult. And I don't know how much money Spurs have got to spend in this window. We've got 60 quid, 60 million sitting there because they never bought Gibbs White. So, I mean, whatever else they had. But they need to.
Go on, Jim, sorry.
Well, they need to buy, and they need to buy pretty quick.
Good afternoon to you, Tim. Hope you're well. Steve says, I remember before social media when no one gave a shit about pre-season results. Really has any meaningful bearing on what's to come. Yeah. I know. And you never used to see them either, did you? So you never really knew what had gone on. But everything's so public now. Go on, Jim, sorry.
Well, I remember us one pre-season, winning every game. I just thought to myself, oh my God, we're going to go into this season flying, and we was at the bottom of the league, and they brought Harry in, didn't they?
Yeah.
And our pre-season was brilliant.
How ready would you say Spurs are for the season? How many more players do you think Spurs need on? I still say 3. I think I agree with Savo. We need a 9, 10 and an 11. I still would have liked another left winger. Is that a 9? Is that a 10? Is that an 11? Oh my God, what is wrong with me?
I'd have had a right back. I would keep Spencer left back. I think that he does well there. We need a left winger. We need
a striker.
We need a striker, and we need a 10 as well. So,
how ready we are for the season?
Minimum, Kate. That's minimum.
And how ready are we for the season? In a percentage.
At the minute, we're not, are we? Unless we get players in, it's going to be a hard season with what we've got. If no more players come in, it's going to be a really difficult season.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think that'd be the case. I'm very confident that won't be the case.
Yeah, I hope so. Norm says, if I were a Spurs fan, I would middle grounded, not being too down with that defeat and not being too carried away with any positives. That's where I see you at the minute. I do think there will be progress. There's got to be progress. We cannot finish 17th, can we? No, big up, Nick. Sorry.
If we go into the season with what we got with Frank, we will not be near relegation, right? But I think it's going to be very hard to get into Europe.
Mika says, hey, Kate and Jim, big up to you. Who would you guys sign and what do you think the score will be at PSG? Well, I'd sign Johan Wissa in a heartbeat. I think we need Grealish. I think he's a good one to come in. Yeah, Garnacho, I still like him. My number one target, if someone said to me you can sign someone today, it would be Eze. I think it would definitely be Eze.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, when I listen to people like Sean Saba, people like that, and they talk about these foreign players, I don't know half of them, so I can't really comment on them. But I mean, I looked a couple up that they spoke about. One started with Jay. What was his name? Oh, he looked fantastic.
Oh, that Arden Jashari.
Yeah, I thought he looked really good. I looked another one up when they were talking about him. I can't think of his name. But there's so many players out there that we don't know, right? I mean, I don't really take a lot of interest in the foreign leagues until we're really linked with someone, and I start looking them up. But there's so many players out there. I mean, Sean gives you a list of about 20 of them that he says would suit us and that are good. So it's not like they're not out there to get. You know, they are out there. I mean, I could just name you the ones I know. But I mean, I really like Nacho. I think that he would really fit in with us. And I said before, I think with a coach like Frank could put his arm around him, settle him in. I think he's got something to prove.
Yeah, too much transfer policy, like a good poker player, never show your hand until the last minute. Yeah. Big up, Keith Alec. You just received a membership from Peter Kagaias, so that's why you have your membership badge. Jimmy says they never used the £50 million from 3 years ago. It's Levynomics at its worst. We need 4 quality players. Now Maddison is out for the season.
So that means we've got 110 in the kitty at least.
Yeah. Big up to the golden couple. Big up, Simon. Thank you very much. 11, 9 and 10 in that order. A left back would be a bonus, says Archer. Benny says Spence is so frustrating because he's clearly very, very talented, but can be very erratic. When he's matured, he'll be brilliant. Yeah, I agree, Tim. We are leaving signings too late. I feel sorry for Frank. He's not been backed by the board, and the and cultists won't give him a chance. Look, I think we all knew this was coming.
But it doesn't matter about them, does it? If they don't want to give him a chance, don't give him a chance. You know, we're back him. If the people that didn't want him in, want Angie, can't adapt to him, and then so be it. You know, the bulk of the fan base will back him and get behind him. That's what matters. There's always going to be some, you know. But look, if we win 2 or 3, 4 games on a row, they'll soon get behind him.
Look, we did touch on Solanke. Jimbo thinks he'll be back soon, didn't you, Jimbo?
Well, I just listening to Frank. I don't think he'd come out and lie. And he said he could be back for PSG. There's a chance. But I think he'll be back for the beginning of the season. I don't think he's going to be on TV doing an interview lying. So we have to take his word and say that he'll be back.
Yeah, Drula, I agree. Frank gets bang involved, and that's what we like to see.
Well, the thing about Frank, right, is he will learn from every game, win or lose. He'll take things out of the game, you know, and he will adapt to when he needs to adapt. So I think it's an exciting season to look forward to. Even if we went into the season, what we got, we'll still have some games where we play really well. You know, it's going to be harder. But he's a manager that will take us forward. I'm convinced of that.
Liverpool lost to Milan a couple of weeks ago, and Liverpool are definitely up there with one of the best teams in Europe. So pre-season doesn't mean anything. And yeah, their fan base didn't go into meltdown, not at all. We know we've got 70 mil on the table, but it's a mystery who it's going to be. We need a crystal ball. Exclusive. Nico Paz is emerging as a top target for Man United and Chelsea towards the end of the transfer window. Como wants 70 million euros, but Real Madrid have a buyback clause. Chelsea are just buying everyone. They've spent 250 million already, but they seem to know how to sell their players. They've got a very good model with regards to selling on their players. Real's direct buyback has expired for this summer. They can only sign him by matching any accepted bid. If not, they can wait until next summer and get him for 9 million euros. Archer said, with what we have, do we think it will be easier to create from out wide or centrally? Well, I would say out wide with the addition of Kudus. I would say from out wide, Jimbo.
Yeah, but look, I really hope that we do buy some players, Kate. It's going to be a little bit depressing if we go into the season with what we got. It's going to bring the fan base down, you know, before we've even kicked a ball against Burnley, you know. So I think this next week's really important for not only for obviously the squad, but for the fan base as well, to give them a lift.
Yeah, big up to those watching on X, by the way. Steve D says it's just YouTube. Last time it was the Conte cult. This time it's the Ange cult. When Frank moves on, we'll have the Frank cult. I support Spurs, and it's only the present that matters. Exactly. I like Solanke, but he isn't a 10-plus goal a season player. We've lost so many goals with Madders, Son, and Kulu that we need to replace. Yep,
Yeah,
completely agree with that.
yeah. I mean, what you say about Son, even when he has a bad season, he's still his GA is still high.
I'm getting fed up of Solanke, says Daniel. He's just becoming another injury-prone striker. We've already got Richie to chill on the table. Do you know what the thing is as well? When Solanke was at Bournemouth, he never got injured. He comes to us and he's just constantly injured. What the frig is going on? Good afternoon, Ellie. Says, big up, much love, Kate and Jimbo. I'm with you both. Don't panic. Look, we just need some signings. What's this? Europa League champions. The Ruthless club would take a loss, move on and sign someone else. We won't know. Too sentimental and reactionary rather than proactive.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester United come out this morning and just said all the players they don't want, they're going to sell. You know, they put Hoyland up for 40 million. What did they buy him at 80 million?
I think it was 76 million or something.
Yeah, they want 40 million for him. I mean, I think they'll be lucky to get it, but I mean, they'll cut it in half, and that's what we need to do is just drop the price and get players out and then get players in.
I'd sell Richarlison for a bag of jelly babies, to be fair, and get someone new in. But I mean, Richie needs to go. I think I don't think we should get rid of Solanke because at the moment I don't think you can do it all in one window. But you're right. We need to be savage. We need to be absolutely savage, and just as long as we recoup something, just get rid of it.
Because you keeping them here. They're unhappy. They make other people unhappy because they're unhappy. You know, you're still paying their wages. Just be ruthless and you know and get rid of them. I don't get it. I mean, what do you think we get for Richie?
20 million if we're lucky.
Yeah. So I was thinking if you put him up for 20, I think you'll get buyers.
I mean, Saudi would pay big money for him, but he don't want to go Saudi. But it's a World Cup year. I'd say to him, "Well, you're going in the reserves then." But we're not in a position where we can, because if Solanke gets injured, then what have we got? It's bonkers. We find ourselves in this position every single year, and it's so bloody boring. Do I think if we'd have lost the final, it would have been a better window? Nope, I don't. Ellie says, Kudos was marvellous yesterday, working so hard to get us forward. Some of the balls into him weren't the best, but he still made heed and he tracked back so well. We have a player there. Yeah, exactly. And he deserves to be playing alongside better players as well. Big up Dermot says, he's shouting at us. Big up Kate and Jim. Look, yesterday was not great, but the window not closed yet, and Frank will get it right in the end. It's all down to Levy and Lang to put it right by the end of the window. Yep. Big up, Guy Dan. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Says, hey, Kate and Jim. Fed up with our supporters. Frank's been here 2 minutes and they want him out the door. Nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. We're all just jumping to conclusions. Yep, exactly that.
I don't know why people get uptight with that. I think it's quite funny, Guy, that the people want him gone already. It's quite comical.
We will lose to PSG. Confidence will be low for Burnley, and then it will probably be a draw. 5 days till PSG, and I just pray Levy actually does some business. If Richie goes, we need 2 top-ups. Cheer up, Dan. We might smash the granny out of Burnley. Half the bloody players that come to the mighty Spurs are bloody injured. It's a joke. Solomon was Leeds player of the season, and yeah, he's back in the treatment room. I know. I literally have no words for what happens to these players. They come to Spurs, it's like we're cursed. If we didn't
we can't blame it onto the training now, and we can't. I mean, I think he's changed the medical staff, haven't they? I'm sure they've changed. He's brought in new medical staff. So I don't know. Maybe we are just unlucky. So we can't turn around and say, well, it's the manager's fault with the training again, and it's the medical staff. Because I mean, I saw Frank talking about that they had a big picture of all the staff they brought in, and some of them were medical. So I mean, what is it?
Yeah, Jimbo, what 3 players have impressed you in pre-season?
Sarr.
Yep.
Kudos. struggling here for the third one.
Spence.
Yeah, Spence. Yeah, I think they've all done all right, but no, I don't think anyone apart from Kudos has been outstanding. Sarr scored some goals, been in the right place at the right time. But I don't think anyone's been like really. No one's watched them and thought, "Oh my god," you know.
Oh, I have
maybe,
with Kudus. I have with Kudus.
Maybe the only one. Porro, yeah. Someone Steve they said Porro. Yeah, he's done all right.
Yeah, Zabani to Paris Saint-Germain. Here we go. That's that done. Big up, Sunshine. Me and Sunshine and some ladies. Sunshine's arranged a new show on I think it's going to be a Tuesday night. It's a ladies panel show about the top 6 clubs. So I'm really looking forward to that, Sunshine. Cannot wait. But it looks as well like Manchester United have stepped up talks with Chelsea, or Chelsea have stepped up talks with Man United for Garnacho. So I don't think it will be long before we get Here We Go for that as well.
He's going to be waiting, I think, Kate.
It was not so long ago we were taking for granted a forward line that had Kane, Dele, Son and Ericsson. I know, it's bonkers. Europa League, blah, blah, blah. Porro, Kudus and Sarr. Yeah, I Porro, his set piece corner taking has been incredible. I think I'm going to go Porro, Kudus and Spence. Even though Sarr's been scoring lots of goals, I'm going to be different and go for those 3. Mark, I was thinking I said that 3 might be a stretch, yeah. Archer says maybe there's a secret clause in their contracts where they're allowed a few weeks off of a season with an injury, but it's actually them just having spa days at Hotspur away. It could well be. Sorry. Do what Sunshine says and hit that like button, people. Fabio Paratici is working on bringing Rafael Leao to Spurs. He stated he has a good relationship. Look, he's a very good player. I'll be over the moon if we manage to get that done. I haven't seen anything sort of too concrete that we're going for him. But he's a left winger, very quick. So look, if we could get that done, it would be amazing. Just want some movement in the transfer window. What's that, babe?
Pages, but
where?
right in front of you.
Garnacho out the door. It'll be party time. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was something else. Guy says we changed tactics, squad members, and everyone expects miracles. We need time to gel, as does any squad. Don't you come here being all sensible, Guy. Have a meltdown. That's what we do. Leao loves Milan. I doubt he would leave Milan unless they want the money. I don't really like him. Ain't great on the pitch as things stand in the mentality. Don't forget Ange ramped down the tough training towards the end of the season to stop the injuries, which it did. But Frank's new and starts full-blown training sessions. Maybe that's it. Someone else said something about the training pitches being too soft, which is quite interesting, because maybe that could be the case. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not a footballer, an athlete, so I don't know. But there's something not right. Hotspur way, absolute classic. We need something. Milan need the money. They're building a stadium and they're not in Europe. Yeah, they had not a great season last season, did they? So big up to the 8 new subscribers we've had today. Jimbo, dust off your old boots. Can you play as a 9?
No, I was a defender. I was a right back, and I played in goal as well. But I was mainly a right back. I wasn't a goal scorer. I like getting stuck in.
You only wanted to be an RB, a right back, so you could have Randy Bastard on your shirt. I blame Emerson Royale for them not finishing in Europe. Yes, coincidence, isn't it? If Leao left, it would be to a club who challenges for trophies every year. Angus, I think you'll find that we won a trophy last year. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And it just says, defo not Arsenal then, Angus.
Yeah, I mean, Angus, look, sometimes I do wonder about you and your brain power. You know, you come out with comments like that and you ain't won a trophy for how long. I mean, look behind me. Look, that's what it's like to win a trophy. If you need to know, just ask. We'll just tell you.
Yeah, see, you know, if you need to know, then ask the ones down the road. Yeah, look, everyone, definitely not Woolwich then. Please smash a like button and sub to Kate and Jimbo. Obviously, coming up next Thursday will be our first Premier League preview, going through the games. It'll be Thursday. It'll normally be on a Friday, but I've got dentist next Friday, so it'll be on the Thursday. So that's a show starting next week. I cannot believe the season's here already. It's come mad. Arsenal going for a quad this year, 4 years in a row, second places. Yes, indeed. Leao might need a new environment, but at Milan, he ain't the greatest. That rules you out then. Bloody hell, Angus, you do open yourself up to it. Shit, Angus, you gave me a heart attack. Nothing more failure to add to my life. He just opens himself up to it, doesn't he? It's just like he invites us in. It makes it so easy. I guess Leao only wants City or Liverpool then.
Are you looking forward to Wednesday, Kate?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Can't wait.
I think it's going to be a mauling. I mean, everyone knows how much I love PSG and how brilliant I think they are. So it'd be disingenuous of me to say I think we can match them. I think we're looking at a possible 5-1, something like that. I think it will be no to them, darling. I think it'll be an absolute mauling of us.
We smack them. Worry about that. We'll go out there, different team. We'll learn as we go. We'll lose the Bayern, we'll smash PSG.
You may challenge, but you get nothing for second, Angus. There's plenty of cups in your kitchen. Go and make yourself a cup of tears. Very good. At least we never lost twice in the same team to a second Villarreal team. Just saying. Frank will lock it up at the back against PSG. Nah, we're going to do it anyway. Look, we will obviously do a show before the PSG game. We'll do the pump up, but we'll also probably do a show on Wednesday looking forward to the PSG game. No football this weekend. So it's a nice chilled one. Hope everyone has a lovely weekend. Thank you so much to Peter Kagaias for becoming a new member and giving out 5 memberships. You legend. I've got to finish now because Ben's on in 3 minutes time. You don't have to even go over there. If you just stay here, you'll be automatically redirected to the coffee company. Thank you very much to the 8 new subscribers we got today. Thank you to Sava for sending people over. Yeah, but Angus, you said those that challenge every year for a trophy, but we won a trophy.
What's he put? And how is that? What did he put?
And how is that helping you in the window after winning the Europa League?
The window's not shut yet, Angus. Another thing you've said. See, it's what I say about your brain power here. It worries me, honestly, because the window's not shut yet. How can you talk about who we bought when the window's still open?
Angus, mate, at the end of the day, the trophy was still won and used a trophy list for 5 years. Don't worry, I told PSG to keep the scoreline down. The real game is Burnley. Hope you have a good afternoon too. And yeah, I think it is the Charity Shield this weekend. So
there is football.
Yeah, so there is, but I meant us more than anything. Jimbo, do you want to? Oh yeah, it's Crystal Palace versus Liverpool on Sunday at 3:00.
Oh right, that'd be a good game.
So, yeah. Do you want to end the show, Jimbo? Thank you again to everyone watching. Please smash a like if you haven't already. Go on, Jimbo. You end the show.
Well, AJ won't be playing because he'll be with us, won't he, by then? It was just a blip 4-0 to Bayern. We'll come back against PSG. We'll have some new players in by the time we start the season. Keep the faith. European champions. We are the mighty Spurs. Come on, you fucking Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the Onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim. Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.